Hi, this is John Freiberger, and this is my Week 3 screencast where I'll be talking about the technologies that I use as a technical writer in the association and community of practice that I've chosen to study for this class. I'm a technical writer, and I've been one for about 19 years. Technical writing can vary from one company to the next in terms of the technologies that are used to produce the deliverables and the technologies that we write about and document. So I'm going to mainly talk from my experience as a technical writer and the technologies that I've used over the years. Regardless of the company that I've worked for or companies that my colleagues have worked for, what we all try to do is produce information products that help others use technology properly and safely. We strive for accuracy, brevity, clarity, and usability in these products. We don't want anyone to get hurt using these products and technologies. We certainly don't want anyone using them improperly. We want people to have good experiences with these products and technologies. So tech writers are very much invested in seeing the success of these products from a documentation perspective. What do we produce? We produce anything that comes out of the box that helps you explain how to use the product. So, for example, from consumer electronics, when you get a phone, if a manual comes with it, most likely a tech writer was involved in writing that. But we do many other things. I've worked on help files, websites, web pages, training materials, videos, and I do a lot of illustrations. And that's just a tip of the iceberg of what things that tech writers do. So everything that I do is based around a desktop computer, as you see in the center there. And I'll use a variety of authoring tools, Freiberger, Word, RoboHelp, to produce the manuals, the help files, and other deliverables. I use Photoshop, Illustrator, Visio to do graphics and flowcharts. To see builds of the software that I work on, I primarily use a virtual machine that allows me to see what the developers have done. I can interact with the product and learn what it is that I need to document. I've also gotten involved in usability tests with our user experience team. I use a program called More Observer. It allows me to see the participants involved in a usability test, and I can take notes while they're working through the scenarios on the products that we're testing, and sometimes they even do access the help file to try to figure out how to use the product that's being tested. So it's kind of a neat experience. We do a lot with XML and HTML, so we need to be versed in that. We use content management systems to distribute our content, so it can be used in a variety of deliverables, from manuals to help files to websites to marketing data sheets, whole sorts of things. We use revision control systems to check files out, and then when we're done editing them, we check them back in, and then those files get picked up and put into the nightly builds for the software product. And then some methodologies that we use that actually influence the technologies we use to write our documentation are DITA, topic-based authoring, and simplified English or controlled English. And that's mainly for a localization perspective. We want our English to be clear and concise, and without going into a lot of detail, there's actually things called simplified English where you restrict it on the number of nouns and verbs you can use in the contexts you can use them in. Topic-based authoring, we try to write to small chunks of information that can be reused interchangeably. And DITA is kind of a structured approach to writing. And then some links for other resources. The first two are STC and STC Rochester, the national association that I belong to, and the local chapter. TC World is a publication that has a lot of information, not just on technical communication, and a blog that I recently found that's about technical writing that I find entertaining and interesting. So I'll quickly walk through these right now for you. So here's STC's the national organization's main website, and you can see there's information scrolling in the center of the page about what STC offers. I can go through the tabs here. They talk about the profession, the society itself, the benefits of membership. You can become a certified technical communicator. There's an annual conference that a lot of people attend to get more information about tech writing and advancements in the field. Online education, where they have certified courses. I've taken a couple of them. They're actually very good. STC has 2 major publications. In fact, right there, Intercom is their monthly magazine, and then they also have Technical Communication. Timing is perfect that they're scrolling through there, which is a journal, a quarterly journal, more scholarly. You can search for jobs. On the STC Rochester site, it's very similar, but more focused on the local chapter that I belong to. Again, we can look for membership information, resources, news and events, and then somewhere on this page there is a job listing, mainly for local openings. TC World is similar to STC in terms of its publications, but it's not just technical communication, but they do have a chapter here for Comm. So if you wanted to learn more about technical communication, they have a whole series of different topics related to the industry. And then Tom Johnson's I'd Rather Be Writing website. He's got a blog, he's got podcasts. He's a pretty interesting guy, and he writes in a way that's very straightforward, but he talks a lot about his experience as a technical writer and the advances in the field. So that is my presentation. I hope you learned something about tech writing and the technology we use. Thank you.